Should we have an intro?
This is our podcast intro.
What were we talking about? I don't remember.
Your mom.
Let's do the intro.
That's our mom. Okay. Let's do
I've
the
always
intro.
wanted to do the actually hold on, let's do the intro, but we'll get back to that. I gotta sneeze.
Stop sneezing. Think of purple elephants with wings flying. In outer space.
In outer space. What's up, guys? Welcome back to his podcast. I'm Oscar. This is Sofia. She's my sister. We just tell each other stories and catch up on the week and stuff. Try and make ourselves laugh. I feel kind of sick today, so I might look like that.
The same as every other episode.
No, but like that. And I might be sniffling. Forgive me. Anyways, what were you saying right now?
You.
I don't know if I'll keep it in the final cut, but Sophia was like, how do we say it?
I don't know. Oscar said some stupid shit, and then I was like, your mom. And I was like,
Yeah, she dissed me
that's our
by
mom.
saying your mom. But it's her mom. So like I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's
Here's
my
the
mom.
thing.
I think it's okay.
I've always been like, for as long as I can remember, I've been an advocate of making your mama jokes to your siblings. Because it's like, I think it cancels out. Like if I diss
I feel like
your
it's so unserious. Like
I'm dissing my mom. So I'm not actually dissing you. Like you know what I mean? Like I feel like it cancels out. Does it not cancel out? I feel like I'm not dissing you.
So.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I've explained this to Mom. Yeah, because
we've told this. Yeah. And she's like, no, that's just you guys are just both making fun of me now.
Yeah,
like,
that's
like
what she said.
her thing.
That like we're not making fun of each other or being mean to each other at that point. We're just shitting on
it's
her.
Just,
like
it's like an inside joke, you know? Because especially if it's out of context, like people that don't know us, it's like your mom, and it's like, damn, they're really going for each other's mamas, like, and it's like, it's like an inside thing, you know? Or that's how I see it. Yeah. And also, we both know that we're not serious. Like,
all right, let's hear your best. What's the best your mom joke you have or you've heard?
I don't know. I usually just say your mom for stupid shit. Like, you know, like it's not your mama. Like I don't really say that. It's just like
punchline. Like
there's no setup. Like if I see an opportunity where your mom fits, I'm gonna say your mom. Or like no, I'll say, you know that regular show?
Yeah, well, it's called regular show, not that regular show. Regular show.
You know, regular show. I was about
to bring that up. Where Muscle
I'll be like,
says my mom.
My mom. Like I'll say. I think it's so funny. My mom.
Man, fuck regular show. I just want to say that because I feel like not enough people have said that. Like I've wanted the opportunity to express this opinion. I feel like it's so overrated, bro. Like, actually, hold on. I'm conflicted. Because for a long time, I felt like it was overrated, but I was actually watching it recently, and it's way funnier than I realized before that. But it's also stupid as fuck, where they're like corny and like they're dorks. You know what I mean? No, hold on. Because there's it's like stupid and corny, and I could see how people find those parts funny.
Oh, you froze.
Yeah, but I'm still talking.
Oscar. Oh.
I just kept talking. It's stupid and corny, right? Where they do the like
corny. Okay, heard.
Whoa, and like all that type of shit with their little catchphrases.
Yeah.
I think that's just corny as fuck. But I could see how that's some people's sense of humor. Like they find those parts amusing, right? I don't. I think it's corny. So then I was always for a long time like that show's overrated. Not to mention that show was for losers who secretly thought they were cooler than the cool kids. You know what I mean? Like them Cartoon Network ass kids that were too cool for fucking Disney and Nickelodeon and shit.
Okay, but like Cartoon Network was cool. Like
they were all cool.
I liked
they
Cartoon
all had
Network.
something to offer. That's the thing. I was never like one or the other. Like Zach and Cody, Disney. That was the fucking shit. Drake and Josh, Nickelodeon. That was the fucking shit.
Overall, my childhood experience, this is the rankings for me. It was Cartoon Network. I would watch the most. No, because I personally would watch the most stuff from Cartoon Network, right?
Like what?
Like Powerpuff Girls, like
They were
Teen
Cartoon
Titans, like regular show. Yeah, bitch. Anyways, Cartoon Network. Nickelodeon.
We can get into it about all the shows that have been where, motherfucker. Phineas and Ferb was a Disney Channel show, right?
Yeah. Well, you don't even know.
Phineas and Ferb was the shit, bro. Drake and Josh, but like SpongeBob,
wasn't Drake and Josh?
What the fuck was Fairly Odd Parents on? Yeah, Drake and Josh was Nickelodeon.
Drake and Josh is Nickelodeon.
No, yes, Drake and Josh.
Zoe 101 was Nickelodeon.
Drake and Josh was Nickelodeon. SpongeBob was Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I'm going through what Disney and Nickelodeon had to offer.
That was Cartoon Network.
What was I just said it. Phineas and Ferb. No, Phineas and Ferb was Disney. That was
Disney.
Fuck! There was one I just said, but I was like, which one was that? Like, Fairly Odd Parents. That was Nickelodeon, right?
Yes. That one I'm not too sure.
Those shows were the fucking shit, bro.
Yeah, that's why Nickelodeon second.
No, but my point is that I think a lot of people that were Cartoon Network fans or Cartoon Network lovers, they believe that all of the Cartoon Network shows were like really far removed from all the others, like way out of their like completely different level. And it's like, nah, Phineas and Ferb was the shit. You know what I mean? The fucking Perry the Platypus with the fucking with Doofenshmirtz, like that's still a thing. You know what I mean?
Platypus?
Nobody's quoting fucking regular show anymore.
Platypus?
You know what I mean? Anyways, do. So here's the thing.
Mom. Anyways.
So there was the stupid corny parts, right? That I thought were dumb as fuck. Right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I watched it recently, like Josh had left it on or something, and I was watching it, and then there were other things, like other moments that were also really, really funny that I didn't know that like those types of jokes existed in that show. Like there was one point where like Mordecai and Rigby, like they're gonna go camping with the two girls that they like, the bird and the other chick.
Yeah.
I feel like people are gonna get so mad that I don't know their names.
The bird.
You know which ones? You know which ones? The one that Mordecai likes and the one that likes Rigby. And like they go camping and they're setting up the campfire and they get the hot dogs. And I don't remember what the fuck happened, but at one point Rigby like freaked out and he had the hot dogs and he was like, or he called her some shit and he was like, "Hey, catch!" And he threw them and they just hit her in the face. They fall.
Yeah,
it's fucking hilarious.
A lot for someone that thinks.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. My point is that there was a certain branch of comedy that existed in that show that I didn't care for, that I think a lot of the fans of that show loved, and I didn't care for it, and I was like, that show's right. But then I discovered there's this other segment of it that exists that I think is fucking hilarious. Like he threw him and they hit her in the face, or he got like scared or some shit, and he was like, "Oh shit!" and he threw him and they hit her in the face.
Yeah,
that's the only one I can remember. But there were several things in those few episodes that I watched that like. That shit was hilarious.
Bruh. Did you want to talk about our bet? Because I also have something to talk about with that.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so me and Oscar made a bet to see who could lose the most weight at the end of this upcoming month, right? And I've been eating healthier in general. Like, something happened, and then I just started, like, eating healthier, like, just, like, day-to-day, on a day-to-day basis, right? And then we're like, okay, we're going to do the fucking bet to see who can lose most weight. And I was like, okay, now I'm gonna get on a diet so I can like really like zone in, you know, especially since I started going to the gym. Do you know how hard it is to eat healthy when you know you're on a diet? Like, I've been trying to start this diet for the past week, and I started again every day, and I break it by like fucking dinner, but it's so ridiculous because I don't know what's wrong with my brain, or it's like, oh, you can have that? Yeah, you can. Like, it's right there. Just like, and I've been breaking my diet. And I'm eating worse than I was before.
I've been trying to get back into shape since high school, Sofia.
Well, I haven't been trying that hard.
I think I know. Anyways,
but you know.
No shit. No, but you're also like, that type of asshole where it's like, you didn't want a donut, but now that I tell you you can't have one.
You can't have one. I want one.
Fuck you.
I'm Eve. I would eat the forbidden apple. I'd be like,
shut up.
Who says I can't eat that? Shut up. Give me that shit.
Shut the fuck up. That's so funny. But I think people might get mad at that one. Speaking of the bet, right? This is what I was going to tell you. It was fucking hilarious. I was telling Josh. Here's the thing about Josh. I'll tell that after. I was telling Josh, and I was like, Sofia challenged me to a weight loss competition. And he was like, what? And then I was like we were on the podcast, And then she was like, hey, I want to challenge you to lose weight between now and the graduation. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. This is the first thing Josh says. I tell him, I explain it to him. Sofia challenged me, lose weight. We recorded it. It's going to come out on the podcast. Blah, 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 blah. He's not, because you know Josh too, like he doesn't really interact that much. Like he'll just and listen to you talk, right? This is the first thing he says when I finish explaining.
He's a great listener.
He goes, I'll train you for free.
Damn! Now I know whose side he's on. Like,
which I started laughing loudly,
really sweet.
Immediately. I started laughing.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things where he's like, sometimes I'll say stuff and I'm serious about it, and you just start laughing.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I started laughing immediately, and then I started saying really quickly. I was like, I know you're dead serious, but that was really funny. Like, and that's the thing about Josh. That's what I was about to talk about. Hold on. That's the thing about Josh.
I won't laugh. If he offers that to me, I'll FaceTime him at the gym and I won't laugh.
Fuck you.
I would appreciate his offer.
Fuck you.
I wouldn't laugh in his face.
That's the thing about Josh.
Like an asshole.
Josh says stuff, and I can't tell if he's joking. Because I personally think some of it's ridiculous. Some of the things he says sometimes. But he sounds serious as fuck. But it's like, that's another form of comedy where you say ridiculous things seriously to make it more ridiculous, and it's even funnier, right?
Yeah, like monotone.
So recently, like Josh we were in the car on the road, and he had said some shit, and I started laughing my ass off, and he was like, and I was like, I can't tell like if you're serious or if you meant that, and he was like, I was dead fucking serious. And I started laughing even more because that made it more ridiculous. And he was like, no, like I be saying shit and I'm 100% serious, and then you just laugh in my face. And I'm like, it's because I don't know if you're serious. Like, well, now that you're telling me you're 100% serious, but like, I didn't know that. Like, I could take you seriously, but I didn't know if you were being serious or not. So then with this, I was like, I know you're serious when you say you'll train me. And I was like, but it's funny because it's like you and I and everyone knows that I don't need help, quote unquote, to beat Sofia. But you're so against Sofia in this moment that you're willing to help.
That's
you know what I
mean? So mean.
That's what makes it funny. Where it's like
dirty.
as much help as you don't need, as much diet advice, as much training advice, as much this, as much experience as you have.
This is what's actually.
I'm still gonna do what I can, just because fuck Sofia, she's losing. You know what I mean? Like,
this is what's up. No, he thinks you need help.
That's hilarious.
That's why he's offering.
You're just trying to get in my head and trying to like pit us against each other.
I'm already there.
No, you're not.
I'm there. I'm be like, no. Does he actually want to help? No, he doesn't.
I don't believe you. Anyways. So isn't that hilarious though?
Talking about, that is funny. But talking about the whole fucking shit, right? I had to get an edge somehow, right? So right before I weighed in, I ate like a really big meal. And I really had to use the restroom and I didn't.
I knew it. I was like, here's the thing, guys. Most of you don't know Sofia personally. The only thing you need to know is that when it comes to games and competitions, she will cheat.
I won't cheat.
Period.
No.
She's going to give you her bullshit explanation and justification right now. I'm telling you, I have how old are you? 23? I have 23 years. 3 years of experience with this motherfucker. She will cheat.
I won't cheat. If it's not stated in the rules, it's not cheating. I don't get how you still don't get that. If there's not a rule against it, how is it cheating? I don't get it.
Here's the problem with that logic that she just, tried to give.
That I did give.
What she says is if it's not stated in the rules, it's not cheating. What she actually practices in real life is if she's unaware of it, it's not cheating. right? So it could be a rule.
Like what?
It could be a rule.
What? Give an example.
But if she didn't know the rule and you didn't say the rule out loud,
give an example.
She'll still do it. You know what I mean?
Like what?
Anyways.
Like what? Yeah. Anyways. You don't got nothing. You don't got nothing.
Anyways.
Bitch.
Like if she could get away with carrying a fucking 10-pound weight while she's on that scale, and then she just takes the picture like with the other hand so we can't see, this type of shit she'll do. You know what I mean? Or she'll wear a bunch of clothes.
I would never
you know what I mean?
do that. I have way more integrity.
If you need to know one thing about Sofia when it comes to having a personal relationship with her,
I'm messy.
She will cheat.
No, you made that sound like I'm gonna cheat on them.
No, I said a personal, not romantic. Which I mean, you haven't had a boyfriend, so we don't really know. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, you think I would cheat? I wouldn't cheat. I really wouldn't. Like, you're making me sound like a
we don't have to get into
person.
that.
No, we're getting into it.
That's a whole different thing, though. Like, it doesn't
matter.
You
made it that thing.
No, you did.
It does.
No, you did. You're the one that said you make it sound like I'm
supposed to get bitches if they think that I'm gonna cheat on them?
They don't give a fuck, bro. Just kidding. No. The real answer to that is some guys are idiots and they're like, I could change her, or she'll like me so much, she'll just be with me. You know what I mean? Anyways, we don't have to talk. This is all a pointless conversation because you're not in a relationship and you haven't been in one, so nobody fucking knows what's gonna happen when.
That you know of.
And not to mention, romantic relationships kind of don't follow any of the other rules of regular life most of the time, or in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. So anyways,
you're such a love guru. Keep talking. I'm gonna take notes.
Shut up. And then right now she's like, I'm messy. You don't even want to get into that, bro. You know what? Honestly, like the only thing that in my head is kind of like, that's gonna be funny when that happens. Within the realm of you getting into a relationship, I can't wait until that motherfucker realizes you're disgusting. You know what I mean?
I'm not disgusting.
Because personally, I think Sofia does a lot of gross shit, right? I'm not going to say any of them.
Like walking with
I'm not going to say any of them.
Oh.
And I've given up on trying to get her to stop, right? Because I've accepted her as she is.
I don't think you have.
I don't think you understand what that means, because I've said that before and you always disagree with me. But if you understood what it meant, then you can't disagree with me. Just because I don't agree with what you do doesn't mean I can't accept you. The fact that I disagree with you and I don't try and change it means I accept you. You know what I mean? Yes, it does. What the fuck?
That's something that I love to do with Oscar, because it'll get him every time. Like, he'll explain like this whole like logic.
I'll give the most solid logical argument
in his opinion. And then he'll be like, and I'm just like,
no.
Nah,
no. Or like, it'll be that type of shit where I'll say like, I'll give whatever argument and draw it out and whatever. And then she's just like, nah. Or like, nah, I don't think so. Like, bullshit like that. Anyways, that's the only part where like, that's going to be funny. Where like, I wonder if it's going to happen though. Like, you'll get a boyfriend and then you guys will be dating. And then you guys will kind of be getting to know each other better and better. And then, like, maybe eventually they'll move in with you. I don't know if it'll happen when they move in with you and they, like, see you, like, for real. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I think there's going to be a point where that boyfriend's kind of like, yo, like, Sofia did this, and this the other day. Or Sofia has this, and this habit that I wasn't aware of. And then I'm going to just be there like, oh, you didn't know she was disgusting? Like,
bruh, no. I feel like a lot of the shit I did was just because I was depressed. Okay? I feel like I've gotten so much better.
It's going to be
cleanliness-wise. Whenever I put Cyrus on my lap and I, like, pet him, right? I feel like a villain. And then I went, like the villain from Austin Powers. Like the villain from Austin Powers.
What's his name?
Yeah, bitch. Yeah. The villain from Austin Powers. We don't speak his name here.
He doesn't smile with teeth. Otherwise. He just I don't think he smiles with teeth. I'm not sure.
I don't know either. But I know he does the pinky thing and he has a cat.
Does he have a cat?
Yeah. Watch him not have a cat. And I get blasted.
You said hold on. You literally said you're? As in yes?
Yeah.
But I thought you were going to say, like, you're so uncultured. Like, I thought you were saying you're starting a sentence. And then you just stopped talking. And I was like, oh. You know what I mean? Get out of here, Cyrus. Nobody likes you.
But he's such a handsome little boy. Look at this sweet, precious angel baby boy.
He looks like there's nothing going on in his head. You know what I mean? Like, he's just kind of there.
Oh my God. You guys are twin flames.
See how I look like him? Like that.
Twin flames.
What does that mean? Just kidding. I think I could put it together.
It means that you're exactly like Cyrus.
Why is everything green today? Like the lights are green.
Why is everything green?
Your shirt's green. The paintings behind you are green. Your pen is green. I noticed. I know you thought I wouldn't. Why is everything green?
I don't know. Because actually, usually whatever shirt I'm wearing, I'll try to like match it. Like I'll match everything else to it. You know what I mean? I've been doing better recently. So you start with the shirt? But I don't do it every time. Yeah. But I don't pick out a shirt like, ooh, this one. Like, this is just what I wore. And I was just like,
now we got to go from here?
Yeah.
But you don't put thought and care into picking the shirt?
Not usually, no.
So you just like arbitrarily
Unless I really don't like the way the shirt looks on me, then I'll pick another shirt like intentionally. Or unless I'm wearing like a black shirt, then I'll just pick whatever fucking color.
Who gave you that pen?
Brianna!
Oh, as part of the... Oh, I was like, did some asshole give you just a pen for your birthday?
No.
You know what I mean? Like, just the
one. No, Brianna was the only one who like... Well, at the restaurant, she was the only one who got me a gift. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, she also got me these pens.
Oh, did I tell you?
They're so cute. I'm not done talking about my pens.
Fuck those pens.
These pens. But look how cute they are.
They're little rats.
Yeah. They remind me of you.
That was good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I know.
Because that hurt. That was good. Anyways, it was funny when we were at your birthday. You know how she got you the little star plushie from Wish?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't know how I knew that that's what that was, but it was hilarious because, like, you took it out, right? And you were kind of showing everyone what she got you. And all of the girls at the table, Celeste, Mom, Liz, and everyone, they saw the plushie, or like Coco. Every girl's reaction to the plushie was like, oh, that's cute, right? All the guys, Big O, Ismael, me, they saw the plushie and they were like, the fuck is that shit? Like,
yeah.
Like, Ismael looked at it and he saw it and he was like, and he literally went like, what the fuck? And then I saw him and he saw me and I was like, I don't know what the fuck it is. And he was like, yeah, like, what? It was just kind of random. But again, as we discussed, I think 2 episodes ago, as long as it's cute. Anyways.
I also got this. It's funny. I actually have a shirt that literally has this print on it, which is kind of funny.
Like exactly?
And then I got this. Yeah. And then I got this, which I'm thinking of giving to Celeste, actually, because I feel like she would enjoy this more than I would.
You're re-gifting? What a fucking asshole.
I'm not re-gifting. I'm just giving. Anyways. No, yeah, just because I don't really just like...
when you're bored.
I do other things when I'm bored. Like, I'd rather read.
We'll do some of that.
Or do nothing.
Do some of that. Just kidding, you would rather...
I'm just kidding. That one was a joke.
You would rather do nothing.
I don't, like...
I'm going to send that to Brianna.
Draw. No.
It's a coloring book, bro. It's not drawing. And you have drawn before. You went through a whole sketching phase.
Don't color. Yeah. What was the second word you said in that? The second one? Phase? Phase?
Ing?
Yeah.
So, the other day, me and Perkins, my roommate.
Who's Perkins?
Me and Perkins, my roommate.
Your roommate.
We were on the couch, and we were watching episode 4.
You guys were Netflix and
Episode 4, where Sofia talks a lot of shit about Perkins, right? Just kidding. She just kept calling him sus in a bunch of different ways. Anyways, we were watching the episode,
I'm calling you sus.
And then he was laughing, and I was laughing, and ha ha ha. And I had this whole explanation of, like, when we first moved out, he wasn't my friend. I wouldn't call him my friend because I didn't really know him. He was my roommate. So I called him because that's what he was. And then I kind of got to know him. And now I call him my friend, right? We're watching that shit. And then we're just kind of chilling.
What was his reaction?
Hold on. We're just kind of chilling afterwards, right? Mm-hmm. And then he turns to me and he was like, "Do you have a best friend?" And I didn't hear it the way you just heard it. He was like, "Do you have a best friend?" And then I was like, I mean, not really. Like, I have a couple of friends that I've been friends with for a long time, and then I've kind of kept in touch with, but I don't see them very often, and I don't talk to them very often. I was like I have 2 friends that were like my actual best friends in high school, and like I used to hang out with them outside of school and shit, and they're both in the Navy. But one of them I've kind of kept in touch with more than the other, and I've seen him a couple times. The other one I haven't really kept in touch with. I haven't seen him a whole lot, but like that's the homie. And I was like, I had another friend, a third best friend actually, who like I really don't keep in touch with, like even more so than the other 2. And I was like, and then I have this one friend who like in high school, he was a friend of mine. He wasn't like my best friend. Like we didn't hang out that much outside of the things that we did together. But now I've kept in touch with him more than most other people that I was better friends with in school. You know what I mean? And I was like, so I mean, if you had to ask, I would say them 2. But like people that I actually talk to and hang out with on a regular basis that I'm not related to, like, no, I don't have one of those.
Yeah.
And it didn't click, right? And then he was just like,
wow.
Damn, that's fucked up, bro.
I know. He wasn't even like considered. Like he wasn't even.
And I started laughing my ass off, and he was like, I get it.
Heartbroken. I'm heartbroken for you, Perkins. I consider you Oscar's best friend. I hope you know. And so does everyone else that watches these videos. You're all he talks about constantly. Every single phone call. Oh my God. You won't believe what Perkins did.
My roommate?
My roommate. Oh my God.
I started laughing so hard, and he was like,
Pobrecito.
It's fucked up, bro. And he was like, you know, I thought you might say me.
You don't even he wasn't even one of the contenders. Like, that's rough.
And then right after that, we finished watching, and we were chilling for a little bit. And then I was like, you trying to play Fortnite? But he and Josh have stopped playing recently. Because, like, we get into kind of stages where we play a lot, and then we're all like, yo, we need to chill.
Let's chill out.
We need to not play this much. And then we stop.
We're grown.
They got into that, but I just bought the Avatar Battle Pass, so I'm going to keep playing so I can unlock all that shit because I paid for it. So I don't play that much, but I'm still playing, right? They like kind of are like cutting it out completely, right? So then we were there. I was like, you trying to play Fortnite? And he's like, nah, bro, I've been playing too much. Like, I need to stop playing. And I was like, all right, then. He was like, but you know, like, that's the type of thing you do with the best friend.
And then you should have been like, well, you're not playing with me, so like
he walks away.
Guess you're not my best friend.
And then I accidentally, like a moron, loaded up into duos with the no-fill. So I was by myself playing a bunch of fucking duos. And Sofia doesn't know what any of that means, but all of you do because you guys are cultured.
I do. I know what it means. Look, ask me what it means. Ask me what it means.
I'm not asking you.
Good, because I didn't want to tell you.
What? I'm not asking you. I was about to ask because you almost got me. I'm not asking. Anyways, Sofia doesn't know what that shit means. And then I was playing, and he was in the kitchen cooking and shit. He was in the kitchen cooking, and I was playing. Yeah. And then I realized that I was in duos, and I was like, yo, I loaded up into duos by myself. So I'm 1v2ing everybody. What the fuck? I don't know how that happened, or like I didn't mean to do that. And Perkins was like, you're in duos? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, you don't play duos by yourself? You play them with your best friend. He didn't phrase it exactly like that, but he brought it back in that way where he was like, nah, you need to play duos with a best friend, bro.
That's not where it's at. Yeah. That's funny.
It was fucking hilarious. Anyways.
Okay. I'm with you, Perkins.
Nah, I can't call him my best friend because he's Josh's
I would be upsetty spaghetti too.
He's Josh's best friend, but like way more than mine. Okay. They've been friends for like 6 years or some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like, If I call him my best friend, then it's kind of like...
What kind of monogamous shit are you on? You can't have more than one best friend?
I feel like... Well, no, you can't, actually. You can't have more than one, because then it's not the best. You know what I mean? Best means best. Anyways.
No, bestest.
No, I feel like at that point...
Best is just best.
Shut up! I feel like at that point, like, if I call him my best friend, and Josh calls him his best friend...
You're a homewrecker!
Those are two completely different things.
Categories.
So mine is kind of just stupid and, like... Not pathetic, but, like...
No, you are pathetic.
Your best friend is a guy you've known for 3 months and kind of just hung out with, like, barely. You know what I mean? Like,
you know, some people just click. Okay, I do get that, but I feel like some people do just click, though. Like, there's just some people where you'll meet them, and it's like, I feel like I've known you my whole life. Bestie.
I hate that you said that, because now I have to be like, no, that didn't happen. And then Perkins is going to see this, and he's going to be like, oh! Like...
So that didn't happen?
No,
it just keeps getting worse.
No, it kind of didn't. Like, because we started getting to know each other, and we were talking about this and that and whatever. And like I said,
it wasn't friendship at first sight.
We align in a lot of ways that we didn't know, and that like even he and Josh don't align. And it's that kind of thing where it's like, yeah, like I'm not good at this, or I'm not good at that, or this is how I see this. And then he was just like, me too. Or
so
like,
what I'm hearing,
he would say shit, and I was like, me too. So like, there was a lot of ways where it really, really like was cohesive. So like, it could be that kind of thing a little bit, but it wasn't like a fucking moment where it's like.
So what I'm hearing is that it was a slow burn friendship, not a friendship at first sight friendship.
I don't know the difference. I don't know where you would draw the line between those two things, and how you would define them.
Did you first meet Perkins and you were like, you're the one. You're my bestie. Or was it you met Perkins and you were like, what's up, dude? And then you spent more time with Perkins and you're like, hey, this guy's pretty cool. And you spent more time with Perkins and you were like,
that's just a regular friendship. What the fuck?
This could be my friend. And then you spent more time and you were like, hey, this is bestie material right here.
You're stupid.
So it's that one. So you guys have a slow burn friendship. Heard.
Let me ask you this. This seems...
I
feel like this might come out really childish, but fuck it. We'll ask it. Does a best friendship...
Seems like it's getting serious.
...have to be reciprocated? Like if that is the person that I care about most and I feel understands me most and I understand most. Like if I view them in that light, but they don't view me in the same light. Because I feel it's kind of like saying, no, that's a really bad example. Let's give it anyways. It's kind of like saying a couple. It's a two-sided thing. Like both people have to be present. It can't just be one person who's a couple with another if that person isn't also there with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like that about best friends. Like if you don't hold me in that same regard, if you don't see me in that same way, then we're not best friends. I just think you're like
you're my best friend. I feel like
you get what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you can. It's just a little sad.
Yeah.
But like I can't even talk shit because I've been in positions where I was like, damn, I thought like you were my best friend, but like it's like this. Okay.
You like, meant this to me.
Heard.
And if honestly, I don't mean that to you, that's okay.
There's been a lot of people.
But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like there's been a lot of, but like I just have a problem with that in general though. Because I feel like there's been a lot of people in my life where like I hold them at a certain regard. And then something happened, like whether it's like a situation or like just something happens to where I'm like, oh, like, no, like you always saw me like this, but I saw you up here. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it hurts my feelings.
You know what I mean? Like, okay. You get what I'm saying, though? And then,
yeah, I've like gotten a complex from that.
Because even if right now I was like, Perkins, my best friend, I don't think Perkins would call me his best friend. You know what I mean?
Call him your best friend and see what he says.
Nah, that motherfucker's a liar. Anyways, because like Josh, he's known Josh for like fucking 7-8 years or some shit. They have matching tattoos, the roommates. Anyways.
Get a tattoo with him.
Fucking Andrew is a really good third friend of theirs, including like other people. Like they're talking about Andrew moving out here to Phoenix and living with them after I leave. And I was like,
they were talking your replacement.
They were talking about it the other day, and Perkins was like, yeah, like when you move out here, you can move in with me and Josh. Like we could all, you know, be the homies living together. And then I think Andrew at one point mentioned me, because Perkins was just like, oh no, Oscar's leaving. Like he's not gonna stay. And I was like, I know I'm the one who told you I was leaving, but I still feel left
But you guys don't have to replace me in front of my eyes.
You know what I mean? Like,
I get you. I don't know. I feel like also though, with a lot of people, like people just like come and go in your lives. You know what I mean? Like you don't really have to stress so much about like putting like a definitive label on it. Just like
I don't.
It's cool how it is now, and then like
yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think underneath all of my opinions that I voiced, that's how I feel.
Oh, yeah.
Underneath everything, that's how I feel. Where it's like, what does it fucking matter if he's my friend or my roommate or my best friend or this or that or whatever?
No. The friend and the roommate, that was a bit much, though.
I'm here.
That one was a bit
He's here.
much.
Sometimes we hang out. Sometimes we go to
Sometimes
Costco.
We kiss.
Sometimes we go to Costco. Sometimes we play Fortnite. Sometimes we all go out. And sometimes we don't do any of that. Who fucking cares what it is or isn't? You know what I mean? Like, what does it matter? What does it make any difference?
So what I'm hearing is that you and Perkins are in a situationship. Because there's no label that can correctly define you guys. And your bond together.
Me and Perkins me and Perkins have become too frequent a subject on this podcast. Like,
I know, it's hilarious. He should be in the next podcast.
That's what I was gonna say. So we talked about that last time, but it got fucked up, so I didn't include any of it in this week's episode or last week's episode. Yeah. But that's what we were gonna say. Sofia said last time, she was like, we should have Perkins as a guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then I started telling her, I was like, no, yeah, he was asking me about that the other day because I was telling him like, oh, the podcast we recorded today is going to be funny. You're going to hate it. It's going to come out next week, whatever. And then we were just talking about it in general. And then he was like, are you guys going to have guests on the podcast? And I was like, fuck no. And he was like, why not? And I was like, why the fuck would I want guests?
You made that decision without me.
Shut up. We'll get back to that.
Cause.
And then he was like, you guys got to have guests. And I was like, fucking why? And he was like, and I don't think we got into it that much, but I think his opinion is just like, that's just what you do with a podcast. Like, why would you not? And since you want to have the conversation, I'm going to give you my 2 cents. The point of this podcast is not to meet other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to pick their brains. It's not to learn from them. It's not to become friends with them. The point, the why at the core of this is to talk to you. And that's it. To keep up, to hang out, to laugh, to tell stories, to keep in touch with each other's lives. That's it. That's why I'm here. That's why I edit it. That's why I fucking put all the time into it. That's why I talk to you. I'm not doing this to meet anyone. I'm not doing this to ask anyone for their opinion. I'm not doing this because, I could have this platform and then I could meet so-and-so and, get to know them more. I don't give a fuck about any of those people. I'm here to talk to you, which is why I have no personal desire to have any guests at any point in time. The thing I told him, though, is like, I
get that I'm so amazing,
hold on.
Oscar.
Shut up.
But like,
shut up. I'm not done.
Expand our greatness.
Shut up.
To the rest of the world.
I'm not done. So he was saying that, and I was like, I don't care to have any guests. I don't want any guests. Like, that's not at all within my plans. And then he was like, he was like, you gotta have some, like, at least, like, eventually. And I was like, definitely not while it's still over FaceTime. Like, how annoying would it be to have, like, another person, like, here next to me or some shit, you know what I mean? Like, fucking whack. But I was like, maybe once we move back in together and the FaceTime thing kind of has to end.
Nah, it's never ending.
It's
never ending.
I mean,
I'm going to kick you off to the other side of the room.
Okay, well,
we're
anyways.
still going to be on FaceTime.
Give me your
I think
opinion.
it'd be cool to have guests.
That's your opinion? That's it?
Hey. Let me talk, okay?
Go.
I think it'd be cool to
Shut up, Cyrus!
Stop yelling, my handsome baby boy. Anyways, no, like, I think it'd be cool. It'd be cool, like, if once we did move out, like, no, like, I don't know, like, we could have people. It's like, I don't see what's wrong with guests, you know? I want to talk to other people. I don't be seeing your ugly face every Saturday.
Argument made there.
Hey. This is my argument. Are you ready? Are you ready?
No.
It'd be cool to have guests.
Why?
That's it. Because guests could be funny. It could change the vibe. We could, oh my God. It'd be funny if Celeste actually agreed to be a guest and then we could just be shitting on you the entire episode.
Yeah, like, I'm not interested in that. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, because you're a pussy, but like.
But that's my point. It's like, once there are guests involved, the entire.
You feel like there has to always be guests or what?
No. But I feel like the point of the podcast changes. Because once we have a guest, the point of that episode is to talk to the fucking guest. And to get to know the guest. And to learn about the guest. And to ask about what they're doing. And they get to know us, we get to know them. And it's this facing as opposed to me and you keeping up with each other and talking about our lives.
Well, what if it was this thing, like, let's say when we do move, whoa, what if it was this thing where when we did move, then we have Perkins as a guest, and you're keeping in touch with Perkins, and I'm watching it happen. You know,
you're way too excited to watch it happen. No, well, Perkins.
Wrong.
Yeah, Perkins. I mean, Perkins would be like a one-time thing, maybe.
Wow, so Perkins is like,
what, you want Perkins to be on every episode?
I think you want Perkins to be on every episode.
I just said one-time thing. That was a terrible joke. Anyways,
because you always talk about him, you always bring him up. I just want what'll make you happy.
Shut up.
That's it.
Anyways,
bruh, you're so annoying. Let me tell you. Sorry, this kind of has to do with what we're talking about, but not really. But something that what we're talking about remind me of this. Oscar has to have an excuse for everything. Like I can't just be like, oh, because it's cool. It's like, no, well, what's so cool about it? I'm like, can't it just be cool? Like, you always have to have something. Or like, you'll be... Oh.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Anyways.
Well, here's the thing. You're agree with you.
You're an annoying arguer.
I agree with you.
That you're annoying?
But here's my thing.
See, more excuses.
No, it's not an excuse. It's just an explanation
more
of my behavior. I'm just explaining my thought process, right? So if you think something's cool, there's a reason. I don't believe fundamentally that feelings just exist on their own. There's always a reason behind it, right? So if you think something's cool, if you think it's interesting, if you think it's fun, there's a reason you think it's fun. There's a reason you think it's cool. There's a reason you think it's interesting. I ask you to articulate it, and I think you have a hard time doing it, which is why I think right now you're coming at me like, coming at me like, fuck you, just let me think it's cool.
Now that you're saying that, you know what? That is true, actually. I do have a hard time articulating things, but because of that, you always think you're right.
No.
Because, yes.
No.
Because I can't articulate something. Like, if we're, like, in an argument, which I feel like we don't really argue. Or, like, we don't fight. We argue a lot, but we don't fight. I feel like there's a difference.
Here's the thing. You're right and wrong.
No.
You're right and wrong. You're right and wrong. You're right and wrong.
I'm still talking. There's so much coming out of my mouth. There's words literally that are going in my mouth that are trying to come out, and you're not letting me talk. I can't even hear what you're saying.
You're just going to keep talking.
Okay.
You're just going to keep saying things. Here's the thing. I don't actually... Wait, when you can't articulate your reason, I don't actually believe that makes me right, but I do act like I believe that makes me right just because fuck you in the argument. You know what I mean?
He believes it. And it's so annoying because he's like, no, yeah, because I can't articulate like my thoughts, right? He'll be like, the sky's orange. And I'll be like, no, the sky's blue. And then he's like, why is the sky blue then? I'm like, it's blue. And he's like, no, there's not a reason. Is there? No, yeah, it's orange. And then he's like, yep, I'm right. It's orange. Which is never that stupid,
it's
granted.
Quite the opposite.
But like just something for like a simple...
You would be the one calling it orange.
No.
I do act like your lack of articulation means I won the argument, but that's just to bother you in the argument. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, you know how people do this thing where they're like, I knew I was wrong 5 minutes ago. Now I'm just trying to get you mad. That type of shit. where it's
you're
like,
that motherfucker?
No,
you're
I'm not that type. I'm not that motherfucker.
You are. You know
no,
what?
I'm not.
Yeah,
no, I'm not.
You are.
No, I'm not.
You are. You are.
You're just pushing it. You're just. I'm not that motherfucker, but it's that similar sort of thing where it's like, even like if in my head I know I'm right,
especially
I'll keep going just to bother you.
I can't. It's so like I can't just be put on the spot for stuff. Like there's certain stuff where like if I'm put on the spot, like I'll be fine. But like with specifically like with argument, like you can't just fucking put me on the spot and be like, explain this or like tell this story. I'm gonna be like, blah, blah. That's why. You know what? That's why the outros are so hard. Because I can't just be like, okay, that's it. That's it. Like, you know what I mean?
Simple,
like, I just, like, you're so simple. But anyways.
Thank you.
Yeah. But that's why, because you've said it before. Like, I feel like there's a point where our TikTok was mainly, like, you telling stories about, like, the stupid/funny shit that I would say or do. But I can't just do it. It's like.
Argue it. Or defend it right then and there.
It's just in the moment. Like, you know what I mean? But the thing is, it's like, it's the annoying thing. We're like,
I think it's happening right now.
You'll be in bed sleeping, or not sleeping, trying to go to sleep, and then you're thinking about the day, and then you're like, I could have said this. Like this is the argument. Like this is what it is. Like I should have said this. That would have like, you know. But it's always an afterthought. Okay. Like it's never.
Let me give 2 more cents right here.
Nah, I don't want your pennies anymore.
I think the reason you think it's cool, and this isn't right. This is just what I think you think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. I think dumbass. I think the reason you think it would be cool is because it's an opportunity to meet people, to network, to get to know them, to maybe, there's this smaller artist that I'm a fan of that isn't that big. They can get on here. We can talk to them. They can grow. We can grow. It's mutually beneficial for everyone. You get to know them personally. You get to ask questions that you would normally not get to ask, so on and so forth. Blah, blah, blah. That's what's cool about it. I think that is cool. My thing is, that's not why I'm here. I think that's what you mean by cool.
Cool. Because other people are funny, and I want to laugh more on the podcast. You just don't make me laugh enough, Just kidding. Like, see? Like, it's just... I didn't think about that response before I gave it. Like, I just fucking... Can you upside down smile?
Like that? Or what?
Like, I feel like that, like the...
All right.
No, sorry, it's because I was doing that earlier, and then I was like, wow, I thought the whole point of this was to talk to each other. Now you don't want to talk to me? Okay, so, farewell, bon voyage, adios, subscribe, like, and comment. That's it for today's episode.
See, it's that fucking simple.
Wave bye to the people, Oscar. Now the other side. Do the other side. Now both sides. There you go. Why did you...